Hi, it's Jeff.
And Denise from Mousesteps.com.
And this is episode number 141.
141.
Of Mousesteps Weekly.
Sponsored by Theme Park Connection in Orlando, Florida.
And we're going to announce our contest winner today.
Amanda Norvish, and she wins a $20 gift certificate to Theme Park Connection.
And how can she get that prize?
She can just send an email to denise@mousesteps.com and just send the address.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Very good.
And pixievacations.com. This is a great time to think about summer travel, even spring travel, just a little bit of time left to book that. And Star Wars weekends.
That's right. Big doing Star Wars weekends. And next year, Star Wars Disney cruises.
Yes, everything. And Maple Leaf tickets.
Our official ticket agency, the best deals on tickets in town. Check them out. We have a lot of Polynesian Village Resort information and a commentary this week. But first, we're going to start off with announcing another winner.
Bella Serpico won, and these are all random. It's not like we chose for what the answer was, but she called him Shrunken Tiki Man.
And she can also go to that same email address, Denise@Mousesteps, to
Yes.
claim the postcards, which are very cool, by the way. I know she will love those. Anyway, I just wanted to say that we have since found out that there really is a name for this tiki guy here, and it is Maui.
And we found that out from the Tiki Man's pages.
Right, the Tiki Man himself, he posted an official Disney document that was given, left in rooms at the resort in 1972, describing him and saying the legend of Maui. So I thought that's very, that was very nice. And for us, even though I don't think it's officially known as Maui now, he will be Maui to us.
And Shrug.
And Shrug, of course. He'll always be Shrug.
He'll always be Shrug.
But we also had a very important reason to be at the resort on this day.
Well, Disney had announced that Trader Sam's Grotto was going to open, and we almost went in the afternoon, but then it's like, well, let's just go in the morning and kind of know that we're going to get in.
And you could see there was quite the line that eventually built up. We got there at 11 o'clock, 5 hours before the 4 o'clock opening that was announced.
Right, and we were about number 17th when it all came down.
Yeah, we were 17 and 18.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be completely nuts here. They were very organized, though, too. I mean, everybody's sitting until maybe an hour beforehand.
It was wonderful.
It actually worked out very nicely.
And they gave everybody these pirate stamps, so the first 50 or so people knew for sure they were going in. We also got Dole Whips. They brought us free Dole Whips.
That was very nice. And this is a look at kind of the line. Everybody's just kind of sitting and hanging out and talking. And
it was really nice. Made some new friends. Probably the best long time waiting experience I've ever had.
And we kind of swapped out, like we'd go walk around the resort and such. It wasn't like
Get
we
food,
were, yeah.
beverages. But it's the Polynesian. How bad can it be? It was a delightful day.
Yeah.
So we're going in to Trader Sam's Grotto for the very first time. Very, very exciting.
Well, we've already been to the one in California on a number of occasions. We usually go once per trip.
Right.
And it really does match up. It is as good as the one to me in California.
If not better, I think it may even be a little bit better. I do like the sort of the 60s theming as opposed to the 30s theming in the original Trader Sam's Enchanted Tiki Bar. I love them both, actually.
Well, there's little hidden Disney stuff on the walls. In the other one, a lot more, I think, Disney.
So let's talk about the drinks. Our friend Max here ordered the very first Nautilus drink.
And that is a $29 drink, but when the Nautiluses are available to purchase with it, they aren't now, it will be $52.
And look at this, they once you order a drink effects happen. And in this case, the bar seems to dive underwater. You can see the bartenders are wearing their underwater goggles, and the tentacle starts moving. You see bubbles happening, lighting effects. Everything is very much effect driven here, which I love.
And Jeff and I were planning to sit at the back of the bar to kind of watch everything, but instead our friends were sitting at the bar itself, and I think it actually worked out a lot better to be able to see what was going on there.
Yeah, we had a front row seat for almost every one of these drink effects, and again, I thought that was tremendous, especially as a fan of 20,000 Leagues. And while that's happening, there's a black light Nautilus that is sort of being illuminated during the effect. And also there's a diving helmet with the sort of the bubble, so it looks like you're going underwater. Really really great work from the Imagineers.
I never saw the movie until a couple months ago. We saw it.
Yeah, right. I'm glad. Aren't you glad you now know the movie?
I am glad I've seen it. I don't think I need to see it like a million times, but it was very enjoyable.
We could have trotted out Kirk Douglas here. Oh, and here is the shrunken zombie head. That is I think that was my first drink that I ordered, and the effect with the zombie head is you see all these the family tree of these zombies up on the wall.
And this is a Disneyland mug currently until it comes back. Eventually it will come in.
Right. The zombie head and the Krakatoa are Disney mugs. Also the
Disneyland mugs.
Disneyland, correct. Disneyland mugs. Oh, and this is another effect that happens with the zombie. You have the little ghost on the stick going, and of course your entertainment from the bartenders, who are great.
And Jeff was telling people that it's loud. Like, I didn't find it too bad. Like, you have to stop talking maybe during some of these effects, but it wasn't, I thought it was not too bad.
The Polynesian Pearl, another drink effect, and every once in a while they will have a black Polynesian Pearl. We still don't know. What have you heard about the black Polynesian Pearl?
It's either 1 in 100, or it's very random, or it's every few months. Like, it's one of those.
We've heard conflicting reports. It is not often. You will need to buy many Polynesian pearls to get the black one.
Right. Or I wouldn't just keep trying. I think the Polynesian Pearl mug is my least favorite. It's cute, but it's plastic, where the other mugs are totally worth buying when you have a drink. Like, you might as well get a mug. They're really just a number of dollars more.
Right. The Polynesian Pearl, everyone comes with a take-home pearl, but again, it's plastic. Now, this is one of the more expensive mugs. It is the Oa, but also it has one of the more elaborate effects. This is a drink for 2 or more. If it's just you, they will not sell you this drink.
I'm not sure that I would call it a mug, more like a vessel.
It's like a bowl. It's a tiki bowl.
Right. Sort of like I'm not sure what they'd call the Nautilus. That would be a vessel or a bowl as well.
It would also be a bowl. That's correct.
So, but I guess we've had the Oa in California once.
We definitely have.
We'll have to try it here as well.
So these are the effects of the Oa, and it's very interesting because there we see the tiki Oa god right there from the Tiki Room under new management. And
I didn't really remember it too much because I dislike that attraction so very much that I just forget all about it.
Well, it's actually a great effect, although there's no movement, no animatronic. It's all done with lighting. So I know there were people disappointed in that aspect of it.
I thought it was still very cool.
Well, here's our friends Ryan and Emerald, the first people to have a Oa at Trader Sam's Grotto.
Well, that's awesome. I didn't even see this. For some reason, I didn't even notice this on the video, but they look very excited to have it.
Of course they are. I would like to have one myself. Watching this is making me very thirsty. This is a very thirsty making video this day here.
So all the drinks are very good. I thought, everything I had was pretty strong. So I tried to kind of go slowly on them.
Yeah. Well, we were there for quite some time, and we had many of the drinks. I think we had all of the feature drinks between us.
A lot of them between us, and then also Max and Max.
Right, and here we go. I had ordered a Krakatoa. The Krakatoa drink also is from California. The mug is from California. It's the second edition Disneyland Krakatoa mug.
And just to give you an idea, this is a very heavy-duty mug, and it is about $18.50 with the drink inside. It is totally worth it to always to get
our advice,
the mug.
Always get the mug.
If you can bring it home, you might as well, even if you're going to give it as a gift, because it's so inexpensive that way.
There's a downside, though. Do I need another collectible? No. I refuse to even admit I collect pins, and I probably have 1,000 pins, but I don't collect them. I didn't want to collect these mugs. But now I collect these mugs. I love them. I can't wait to go back and get the a bowl. And I had no intention of that. So it is very addicting. We don't
need a bowl in the house.
We don't need it. We totally don't need it.
What are we going to do with it?
But we will get it. And we'll get the Nautili, too, when that's available.
I knew we were going to get that, but I don't think we need the Oa. Well, you can leave it in here in this room.
But now I want to get a shelf and have all the different tiki cups. It's just very addictive.
I don't know if that's a good thing.
No, it's a very bad thing. But, hey, I love it. I can't wait to go back. Now we're going to talk about the Hippopota Mai Tai.
And this costs about $4.50 for the mug, and then it's about $15 total for the drink with the mug.
$15 total.
$10.50 for the drink, $15 total. So that's
2 shots of rum. That's what that was. 2 shots of rum.
And on the back it does say Trader Sam's Grotto. That is one of the mugs that does have that.
Yeah, there's only one Trader Sam's Grotto officially stamped mug, and that's that one, and also the pearl, Polynesian pearl, but that's a plastic. Let's talk about the food. What is this? This is the first...
This is the chicken lettuce cups, and you get lettuce and chicken. And I'm just going to say, I think the pricing on the food is a little high. Plus, the food was okay. Nothing was bad, but I didn't think anything was that great either.
Right.
And this is the pan-fried dumplings. Oh, the chicken lettuce cups are $10.99. The pan-fried dumplings $8.49, and you get like 4 or 5 little dumplings.
Right. These are the sausage, corn-battered Portuguese sausage.
Right, and those are $8.99. We didn't eat those.
Nor did we eat this. This was the
Headhunter sushi roll for $14.99.
And our friend Max did not like the sauce that they put on. He recommended getting it without the sauce. I did like these little tacos, these little pork tacos. I thought they were very good, but they're very small.
Right, for $9.99. I mean, really, they're like a bite and a half each. So it's a lot of money. We just went to King's Bowl, and their appetizers for the same price are huge.
Right.
I would go to Kona Cafe or somewhere for really the same price, for a meal.
Now, this was my favorite of the appetizers, the chicken sliders, although it is actually chicken and pork pate, so we just asked for them to drop the pate.
Which they did.
And it was great. I would get that again. If I had to get something in there, I would get that. I agree with Denise, though. I think you're better off eating elsewhere. We also had a chance to talk to the chef, and because there really is no vegetarian item on the menu, and he said they can make that upon request. They can make a vegetarian sushi or a vegetarian taco.
And I would say also in California, I thought the menu out there was better. I think they even have a flatbread. So, it's nice to have other options.
Right. I really hope that the menu expands and gets better over time. I mean, it's only the first day. I'd like to see some... Oh, look, it's the orange bird.
Yes.
I forgot to mention we are looking at some little... there's tons of knickknacks and really cool little displays to be found in Trader Sam's Grotto.
Right. And this is more books and tiki items. And then we saw the orange bird. I didn't see a lot of other Disney stuff in this particular case, but that's fine too. It's a tiki bar.
So take a look at that life preserver here in the Maelstrom, the former Maelstrom attraction, which has now closed at Epcot, and we're going to see another life preserver. See it between the two buildings there? Well, that life preserver makes a special appearance in Trader Sam's Grotto. There it is on the wall. I thought that was a nice tribute.
But I didn't take a picture, and I think it might have just been because there were guests over there, and I didn't end up making it on over.
Well, we have a picture. We have a video right there.
Well, you have the video.
And you have lots of masks, very reminiscent of the mask room at the Old Adventurers Club. So a lot of great things to see, a lot of detail, and we love the detail.
Well, the Trader Sam's, it's clearly made by Disney fans for Disney fans.
So here's a look at all the various mugs so we can add to our collection. We don't have those rum mugs yet, and we don't have the Nautilus. We need to get the Nautilus.
The Nautilus?
Yes,
or
the
Nautilus.
I can't wait.
There's only one Nautilus we're getting. And
we're in high-level discussions if we're going to get this OA.
Yeah, I don't know about that yet.
But we have the Krakatoa, which I like very much. That's a Disneyland Volume 2.
But now we're going to end up getting the Krakatoa for here when that comes in.
Of course. That goes without saying. In the shrunken head, or the zombie shrunken head, we have that now. And we have 2 hippopotami ties.
Well, that one I really like. It actually is something we can just use all the time.
Oh, and the shirt. The shirt, loved it. Had to get the shirt, too.
You got two of them.
Yeah, backup.
A backup shirt.
Anyway, to sum it up, I loved it. I can't wait to go back. I think it's the best thing that Disney has done in recent memory. I can't think of anything that I like as much as this that's happened in the last few years.
I can't think of anything either. That doesn't mean there isn't, but this is certainly something we look forward to going back to. Also, the patio. I don't know if you showed the patio at all.
I don't. We'll do that another time. We have so much stuff.
You can order drinks. You can order drinks on the patio as well.
We had a nice evening on the patio, just kind of chilling out with a friend of ours, and it was and the entertainment is fantastic. I just can't say enough. What a success. Home run all the way. So now we're going to look around the Polynesian. We went back opening day, April 1st, and just to kind of get a look at some of the new public areas, this is one of the DVC longhouses here. And
this one is Moorea, and it just opened.
Yeah, and they really, it looks just like the concept art. Very 60s.
It reminds me sort of Howard Johnson's in the way...
growing up.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally
Not
get
in
that.
a bad way. I always liked Howard Johnson.
Yeah, there's
so.
nothing wrong with the Hojo.
I've never been to Hawaii, so I don't know what it would remind me of in Hawaii.
I'm sure Disney would love that we're comparing it to the Hojo. Anyway, we're going to go in. This is just a look inside the public area here of the Vacation Club lobby.
Right, and there's 2 seating areas. And we're just going to look at them in a second. One on either side, and they're very nice. One of them they call like modern something.
This is very Austin Powers to me. Very 60s, but I love it. I'm a huge fan of Mad Men and that whole
$1
era.
billion.
$1 billion. That's how much it costs to stay in the Bora Bora Bungalow, by the way.
No,
$1 billion. And here we go, another little seating area.
And I really like this. People on my Instagram, those who follow me, got so excited over this particular seating area because they called it modern something, like Central Modern, and it does look sort of like a Mad Men type.
Yeah, I loved it. The whole resort seems to be changing to this way. Even Trader Sam's, where we just were, was more of a 60s Trader Sam's.
Instead of like a 30s, which
Correct.
is what the California one, I believe, is.
That is very true. And now we're looking at some artwork.
Right, and this is just on the wall. I don't know if anything else is coming into here. I know there's not like a community hall or anything, so I guess this would sort of be like the community hall where you can kind of gather.
Right,
gather together, and not with a lot of seating, but with a little bit of seating.
Yeah, very different. I think this is the first DVC that does not have any kind of community hall. Is that correct?
I think that's what I've heard.
Right. And this is a look at the inside, different rugs and paint and all that, all the colorful, very colorful.
It looks very nice. I know the bungalows were supposedly sold out the first day. I don't know if the DVC, these are deluxe villas, which are, or deluxe studios, which are bigger than a standard studio.
Right. I was actually told these deluxe studios are the largest studios offered in all of DVC as of now.
And unfortunately, there are no 1 or 2 bedrooms. So there's, if you either get a studio or a bungalow, but you can't have a kitchen unless you have the bungalow.
Yeah, it's kind of a big upgrade.
Yeah,
to
it
go
is a big
from
one, and
the
there's only
studio
20
to the bungalows.
So if you want, a 1 or 2 bedroom, you cannot do that here.
So getting back to just looking around, we found a very interesting effect up on the ceiling here.
Well, Jeff noticed it. I did not notice it.
To me, it's a hidden Mickey. Turtle hidden Mickey, I say.
It's probably sort of like how the DVC hidden Mickey is.
So let's take a look outside at the new DVC Longhouse. They have the surfboards. That was never there before. And you can see they've taken down a lot of the palm trees, so the view from these rooms here are a little bit more unobstructed.
Well, that's always, because now you have the bungalows, which do obstruct some views. It's good. I do like the trees, but it's nice to have kind of the open area also.
Right. There's they have new walkways here. You're very close to the ferry boats, I should say that, at least in this area.
And the walkways are very wide now. I mean, they've really opened up the resort. If you go there, it will look very different.
I noticed they had the fire going all day, too.
I think they used to.
Did they?
I think so. I don't know. Maybe they have all along, but during the day you can't notice it as much.
Here's another pan. You can see all those palm trees that used to be in front of the longhouse are gone. Now it's just a much more open area. You'll have better views of these bungalows.
And here are the bungalows, 20 of them. And you still have some beach here, and you can see, depending on where you are, you can see some of the Magic Kingdom, you can see Space Mountain, you can see the castle, little bits here and there.
Yeah, I'm really glad that the beach has remained. I mean, I think it's nice, and I would still enjoy sitting on one of those beach chairs.
Well,
relaxing.
Also the Sunset Point, which I'm sure we'll be talking about as well.
We are going to fully investigate Sunset Point.
And I was glad to see that back.
A lot of people were concerned that they lost some of their memories, so we're going to take a walk onto Sunset Point and compare the old to the new in just a minute. Here's another panning shot of the beach and the bungalows.
And I have not been inside, and I'm going to say Jeff has been, so... here is Sunset Point. We've made it very quickly.
We have made it very quick. We are walking up to Sunset Point now. This is the new Sunset Point, and they do call it that on the map, by the way. So it is officially
I didn't even
Sunset
notice it on the
Point.
map.
And it is larger. You could fit more people. I predict there'll be groups of people up here every night watching the fireworks because you can see them pretty well over the bungalow. This is just a table that was left over from the night, the previous night's media event.
And I think you'll be able to, I think it will look very nice actually for fireworks up here. I mean, it would be nice to take a tripod up. I've seen photos of fireworks already over the bungalows. At least there's still a point.
Right. You could see there's lots lot more room up there. We're going to compare some pictures of the old Sunset Point and the new Sunset Point. So we'll really give you an idea of how much it's changed.
It was very quiet. It was nice. It was relaxing up there. I mean, it would be nice to have a couple more benches. Maybe they'll add a few more up there. I think that would be nice.
So there it is. There is the old original classic Sunset Point. Very beautiful, very relaxing. And here is the old and the new.
And obviously, you know, you had a better view before if you were on Sunset Point, but at the same time, I'm just glad they brought it back.
So let's take a look at the bungalows. As Denise was saying before, I was helping out my good friend Deb Wills from All Ears, and there was a opening event, so I did the video for her, and we got to actually go in one of the Bora Bora bungalows. Denise went over and got some footage and coverage of Easter for us while I was doing this. So let's take a look inside the Bora Bora bungalow. This will be the first time you've seen inside in any way, so it'll be interesting to get your reaction. Here is bedroom number 1.
Well, we did see pictures. We had pictures last week, but not video, and I have not looked at this video yet.
So this is a very interesting view here. You're in your bedroom. You have your television. You're looking back out at where you just came in. And notice this, the Seven Seas Surfboard Company. Because we're at the Seven Seas Lagoon, of course.
I always like, you know, and again, I would have liked to have been in here because I always love looking for little details, but I don't know that I'll ever be in a bungalow ever in my life. So, you know, it's nice to
You're
actually
in a bungalow right now.
Yes, this is how I'm getting in the bungalow. But I always like to find, you know, little nods to things. That's something that I very much enjoy.
And here is the famous plunge pool. Once again, it is not a jetted tub. It's just, you just kind of sit in it. But I mean, you can't beat the view. It is very beautiful there. Let's move on. We're going to look around the kitchen area.
And this is something that I haven't really seen too much of either. We had like one picture of a kitchen. I actually like to cook when I'm on a trip, you know, just to save some money. I mean, especially when you're spending a few thousand a night, you know, to save $50 on food.
Here is the outside area. I can kind of picture sitting out there with a nice beverage, maybe something from using a Trader Sam's mug, fill some ice there. Make your
he
own,
would bring it too.
Absolutely.
He would bring it.
I'd sit on one of these chairs and kind of swing around with that mug. I should mention these chairs are actually much more comfortable than they look.
It doesn't look as comfortable, but the plunge pool looks very nice, except I would prefer a jetted tub, but I've already said that in a previous show.
Well, that's okay. I mean, again, I find much enjoyment could be had sitting out there, soaking in there, and with this view, listening to the boats honk as they go by.
And there is, we'll call him Shrug or Maui. Either one. I hope they do sell the lamps. There's been rumors that they may, but that would be very nice.
I really do like this room, the master bedroom. Nice little tribute. Again, there's the orange bird up there. This is a Kevin Kidney and Jody Daly print.
And they're like the nicest guys so talented and really a very beautiful print.
This is right up there, Allie. I would have that in our house.
Of course. We'd have everything in our house.
That's true. And the master bathroom looks wonderful also. Again, just a quick look. We'll have much more. I will link to the full video in the show notes. I always have a great time working with Deb from allears.net. And again, I appreciate her letting us share this with our viewers, and we will link to all that. So thanks again, Deb. And we will have much more on the Poly coming up, I'm sure.
And the water looks much clearer and greener, and I thought I was seeing things, but Andy, Shutterbug Andy, also noticed it, so it's just kind of interesting.
So moving on, this is something you discovered while I was doing that event. Why don't you tell us about this awesome chocolate Easter egg display at the Contemporary?
This is the first time I can ever remember them having the Contemporary Resort having a big display like this. Usually they have, the eggs are scattered around the resort like at the restaurants and front desk, and all of a sudden there's like all these eggs in one place, and I thought that was awesome. I didn't know this was here, so it really was kind of a special little find. And the eggs are very different than at the Grand Floridian. The Grand Floridian's eggs are all pretty much one size, and here they're smaller, they're bigger. I think there's, you know, the way some of the design is very different here.
And they're not limited to eggs. There are some of these creations that aren't really even eggs. They're bunnies, and you had a cake.
Well, even at the Grand, not everything is an egg, but the cake that we'll see, and I like the Baymax one.
Baymax
that
is awesome.
One of the most popular on my Instagram. And it's funny because the people who follow me on Instagram, there are so many of the Contemporary pastry team that are actually on Instagram like, I never find anybody from the Grand Floridian following me, but, you know, I'll get all these answers of things. Like, if I want to know something, I can usually find it from the Contemporary on Instagram.
Well, they definitely do a great job, and we appreciate all their hard work. And you know, this is the same location where they have the gingerbread display also. So we were very familiar with it. Oh, there's another popular egg, Frozen Fever.
And there's actually 2 Frozen Fever eggs. This one has the cake and Elsa's braid. And then we're going to see here, it looks like there's no egg. I was told by the person in charge of this, there's no egg in here, but it's like, it's probably chocolate and fondant, however you say it. Fondant, that's it. And that's probably what this is made of. It's not really a cake. It does appear to have, it certainly is, you know, chocolatey. And, but it's beautiful. And this is one of my favorites. Of the display. It is the centerpiece of the display.
Yeah, it's tremendous. I would say it's probably my favorite too. But they're all good. And the background, even the Mary Blair background, works so well with the colors and all of these eggs.
I think so too. I mean, the Mary Blair always, you know, is a nice backdrop for things.
So once again, we're looking at Frozen Fever.
Right, and you have like some of these I've seen before, like the Jungle Book one we've seen before. Here is a Cinderella, and there was a couple Cinderellas also over at the Grand Floridian.
Well, this is the year for Cinderella. And notice it's a gold egg, sort of reminiscent of her golden coach.
I didn't think of that. Yeah. And this, I didn't notice the silhouette until I was working on my photos.
That was so cool, the silhouette of Snow White herself.
And there is Alice in Wonderland.
Yep.
And I'm not sure if there's like cardboard involved in some of the like artwork, but it's different than at the Grand Floridian. Like, some of it is different.
How cool is this one? The Star Wars egg. Chocolate Star Wars Easter egg. Very nice.
That was another very popular one. But on my personal, like my Twitter and Instagram, Baymax pretty much ruled.
Baymax was the big winner?
That was a big winner. And we have so much Star Wars coming, so it was nice to see. I've not seen an egg done with Star Wars before.
Yeah, this was a first, so we hope to see much more of this kind of thing in the future.
And the eggs, I think I mentioned, I mean, the sizes are completely different. There's like little ones that might be like 4 or 5 inches, and then there's, you know, much larger ones.
Oh, poor Olaf's nose.
His nose had been there the day before, and but he is cramming, probably because he's cramming so much cake in his mouth.
You know, it works with and without the nose, I suppose.
It actually does. And there is
a small world. Perfect fit.
And then one of my favorites also is Jack Skellington with the Easter. He's like the Easter bunny here.
That's perfect. Love that one.
So kind of like a floppy ear. So really very creative. Really a very different type of display than you'll find over at Disney's Grand Floridian. So it was nice to see something different.
One thing that it has in commmen is it smells absolutely wonderful in there.
I hope
very chocolatey.
I hope one of these days they'll sell some chocolate. You know, like sell like little chocolate Baymaxes or something. Wouldn't that be cool to bring home?
Well, now that you mention it, I am sure you could buy some chocolate here. You wanted me to show
Not
all the
Disney
Easter
chocolate,
baskets.
Though. I would like to see.
You want an actual egg.
Well, where they're actually creating them by the pastry team like they do for the gingerbread.
So why don't you tell us about these Easter baskets?
Well, they put Disney merchandise in them, and then they shrink wrap them. I used to love to shrink wrap. That used to be one of my favorite things. And then they range in different prices depending on what's inside.
Are you able to custom make your own, or do we not know?
I don't know. I see the cast members outside, so it is possible that you could do your own.
Anyway, I think, pretty much anything you'd want looks like it's available here.
Well, Elsa is in there. She looks a little cramped. She's like, I want to come out.
And we'll have much more for Easter. Tomorrow, actually, as we record this, tomorrow is Easter. And, of course, we will be at the Magic Kingdom for the Easter Bunny Pre-Parade. Happy Easter Pre-Parade.
I always enjoy Easter at the Magic Kingdom. And Easter Day is never that busy at the park, so it will be fun.
So let's take a look. Skellingtons. Not Skellington, but skeletons. Skeletons.
We just looked at Jack Skellington.
That's right.
So this is called Skeletons Animals Unveiled, and it is going to open at iDrive 360. There are going to be 400 skeletons. And of course, I mean skeletons.
Skeletons.
Jeff got me on a skeleton roll, but we're actually really looking forward to this. It was a fun preview.
So here we go. This is our interview with the Skeletons Animals Unveiled co-founder.
My name is Josh Villamoret. I'm a marketing director back in Oklahoma City for our museum there, and I'm the co-founder here for Skeletons.
And can you tell us the history of the museum, how it came about?
This museum was kind of like a sister museum of our original one in Oklahoma City, the Museum of Osteology. That took us about 7 years to put together, and we opened in 2010. So after that success, we decided to open another one, and we were looking around and decided that Orlando would probably be the best place to go.
And how did you find iDrive 360?
We were very lucky. We just got with a broker, and as soon as we got in touch with him, he said, by the way, you might want to look into this place. And as soon as we saw it, we fell in love and did everything we could to be part of it.
And you're going to have 400 different skeletons, and we were told it can take like a week just to kind of to build them. What is the process that you've been going through over the last couple of years to bring this here?
Yeah, since about June of 2013, we decided that we were going to move into here and realized that we had a lot of work ahead of ourselves. We have 400 skeletons that are going to go into this place. That can take anywhere between 15 hours, on average around 45, all the way up to about a month to put together. Some of the larger things like our killer whale took 3 people about 40 days to put together.
And those would be is it like an articulator? What would they be doing here?
Yes, we have about 6 articulators that spent about a year and a half putting the skeleton together for this museum.
And can you tell us what your most impressive, what you will feel will be your most impressive skeletons here?
Right, when you first walk in, you're actually going to see nearly a 30-foot killer whale hanging from the ceiling. That one's going to be pretty cool. And you won't get to see it, but until you get to the back, you'll have a 12-foot elephant hanging there. So that'll be pretty sweet as well.
And your biggest piece?
Definitely the elephant. Yeah, okay. The elephant. We spent all day yesterday getting that up on the air.
And where do you get most of your skeletons from? Actually, they don't come here as skeletons.
That's correct, yeah. Most of these things arrive in Oklahoma City as a dead animal. We have a lot of different connections that we receive these skeletons from: zoos, nature centers, anywhere that we can get an ethical and legal source for them. Other than that, they come to us as a dead animal, and it can take up to 4 months for them to be cleaned.
And part of that cleaning has to do with beetles, and you will have some beetles here, is that correct?
That's correct, yeah. Part of our process is the beetles. They eat the meat from the bone. Depending on the size of the animal, it can take up to 24 hours. So in our exhibit, we'll have small skulls like that where the visitors will get to see the skulls eating on bones.
And when the date for opening?
We're opening, our soft opening is April 25th, and then our grand opening is going to be May 4th.
Okay, and how much will it cost for guests to come in?
For our pricing and hours, just check out our website, skeletonmuseum.com. That'll be definitely up to date and should be going by the time we open.
Okay, and what is your goal as the Skeletons Museum?
Yeah, in Oklahoma City, it was our main goal to have schools and students and stuff like that come and learn about the skeletons, so we definitely wanted to carry that over here. So every exhibit will talk about the skeletons and teach you stuff that you may not have known about the animals. So we'll have interactives where you can go up and learn the difference between horns and antlers and stuff like that.
Sounds great. I can't wait to check it out.
I know. I mean, we've only seen like a handful of them, the skeletons.
Right.
And I can't wait to see the whole thing. Plus, there's so much going on there. We found a Tervis store with Disney Tervis and other Tervis, and just so much going on at iDrive 360. And I really recommend in like a month to spend a day there.
And let's not forget the Orlando Eye.
As well as Sea Life Aquarium, Madame Tussauds. You've got Kings Bowl Orlando over there. There's just like, you could just spend easily a day once May 4th hits. And almost everything is open.
As I always say, much big doings.
Much
big doings. Anyway, that's another show.
Thanks to PixieVacations.com. Check them out for Disney Cruise and any type of Disney vacations you're looking for.
And also, Maple Leaf Tickets, our official ticket agency, and Theme Park Connection, our original sponsor.
Have a great week.
Have a great week, everybody. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.